Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Toastmasters, and this is day 4. Day 1 through 3 was a great success, and we didn't do prepared speeches, we did table topics. From today, we are going to begin with prepared speeches that each one of you has prepared, spent a lot of time and effort on your speeches. So we are all very excited to hear them. And today we have, in addition to our group, Ludlow Sensei, which we're very happy that he is a part of our Toastmaster session today. And I would like to begin this meeting today by introducing the Toastmaster. The Toastmaster of the day is Ayumi. Ayumi, please begin.
Thank you, President Margaret. Hello, I'm Ayumi. I'm Toastmaster for today's session. I hope everyone enjoyed this session. First, I would like to introduce the functionary. General Evaluator Hinako, could you explain your role, please?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Hinako. I'm the General Evaluator for today's meeting, Toastmaster meeting. And my role is to pay careful attention to all the speakers and functionaries and take over all feedback at the very end. Thank you.
Thank you, Hinako. Next, Timer Radoro Sensei, could you explain your role, please?
Yes, as a timer, I will be keeping careful time with my timer, kitchen timer, for the speeches, the prepared speeches, and also the evaluation speeches. And it's very important when you're making a presentation that you don't talk too much. Don't ramble, carry on. Say what you have to say precisely, and then when you're finished, sit down. So that's my job, just to keep everybody on track time-wise. Now, would you like me to explain how I'll do that now?
Okay.
Toastmaster, yes, okay.
Okay.
Briefly, the two sessions, the prepared speeches and the evaluation sessions. The prepared speeches are timed from 4 minutes to 7 minutes. And at 5 minutes, you must speak at least 4.5 minutes. But at 5 minutes, I will hold up a green signal, which indicates to you that you've spoken enough. And if you want to stop, wrap it up, you can. Now, this will remain until 6 minutes. At 6 minutes, you'll see yellow, and the yellow indicates that you're getting close to the end. So think about ending your presentation soon. When you see the red at 7 minutes, that is pretty much the end of your presentation. So finish your conclusion. You have about 30 seconds to wrap it up and sit down. The evaluations are 1 to 2 minute speeches, and the yellow will be shown after 1 minute. The red will be shown after 2 minutes, not necessary for green. After 2 minutes, you have 30 seconds, and when you see the leaves fall, time's up. Thank you.
Thank you, Radoro Sensei. Next, I would like to introduce Evaluator for Para.
Hello, I'm Meguri, and I'm evaluator for Para. I evaluate for Para, and after her speech, I give the feedback today.
Thank you, Meguri. So I would like to invite speaker Para. Are you ready?
Yes. Hello everyone. My name is Pratima Pandey. I was born in Nepal and today I am going to talk about my small love story. When I was a junior high school, there was a boy whom I was impressed with. He was kind enough to help me in need. He was intelligent, talented, and good looking. When I was in the third grade, I realized I fell in love with him. I had never imagined that I would fall for someone in the junior high school. Days passed, and one day I heard from my friend that he also had feelings for me. I was happy, but I acted like I didn't hear anything about it. It was the last day of our school. He came towards me and we talked about our coming spring vacation. Suddenly, he confessed his feelings for me. I was speechless. I was happy and sad at the same time. I didn't show my emotions on my face and I just said with laughter, "Don't joke, please." I know he was not joking, but I had nothing else to say. Then I went home alone and I didn't talk with anyone else that day. And the next day, I told my mother everything, and her answer was, "You have to decide if you choose him or not." I was so confused. Okay, so as I already told, I was born in Nepal, which is a Hindu country. Some parts of our culture are awesome, but some are so bad that I always hate being from a Hindu society. One of the things I always hate is the division of people. In my country, people are classified into 4 groups. These groups also have levels. And the top level is Brahmin, then Kshetri, then Vaishya, and Sudra. Uh, we can know the caste of people by seeing their last name. There are also people who don't belong to the groups. Those people are called outcasts or untouchables. Those people are banned from doing a lot of things. For example, they cannot enter to the house of people who have caste. Also, they cannot go to temples. Marriage between people who have caste and an outcast is like committing a crime. These days too, when people from 2 different castes fall in love and want to marry, most of their families and society don't accept. This usually happens in the countryside, and I am a countryside girl. When it comes to me and him, I am in the category of people who have caste, but he is considered as an outcast. If I had accepted his love, my family and my society wouldn't accept me. For me, I choose society. I had never seen him after the day he proposed to me. One of the reasons I chose Japanese high school is because I wanted to stay from him and I wanted to forget him. I used to think that the classification of people exists everywhere in the world and it was natural for me. However, when I came to Japan, I found out that there is no classification of people. I was so surprised. Then I came to know that discrimination doesn't really exist, but the thinking of people makes it happen. I feel so guilty that I didn't accept him. One day, after coming to Japan, I got a long message from him in Facebook. He was saying that he know the reasons I didn't accept him. And he was so happy that he met me in his life. He wrote so much that it took about 10 minutes to read the message. Reading the message, I realized I had tears in my eyes. And when I was about to reply him, saying sorry for what I did, he had already blocked me. This mistake in my life remains in my heart forever, and someday in the future, I want to say sorry to him. Even though he forgive me, I won't be able to forgive myself. Sometimes I think if I was born in other countries, I would not have regretted about what I have done. I know it is difficult, but one of my dreams in my life is to remove the caste system from my country. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Para. Thank you for sharing your love story. I was surprised because in Japan does not exist the caste system. So your love have your love have didn't go well because of caste system. So it was sad, and I was very made me very sad. But she is very and now she is very mm, she lives in Japan actually. So I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you. Next, I would like to introduce evaluator or second speaker, Mizuki.
I am Hidenori. I am evaluate for Mizuki. I evaluate her after she finish. Thank you.
Thank you, Hidenori. So I would like to invite speaker Mizuki. Are you ready?
Yes. Can I start?
Sure.
Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Mizuki. Today I will talk about what you need to be a good leader. There are many different types of leaders. For example, in the companies, sports clubs, music clubs, and so on. And actually, I experienced to be a leader twice. The first experience was in the track and field club of junior high school. And second experience was in the track and field club of high school. And I learned a lot of things from those experiences. So I will introduce 3 points to be a good leader. The first point is to respect opinions of all team members. When you make a decision with someone, it is common for people to have different opinions. For example, when I was a high school student, I had trouble determining the schedule of the practice day. Some members wanted more days off because they wanted time to study for the test. On the other hand, some members wanted to spend more time to practice as much as possible because we didn't have much time until the tournament. So I could understand both opinions. So I was very confused how to set the schedule to please everyone. And so we had a few discussions and we, sorry, and we, sorry, I was very confused about how to set a schedule to please everyone. Then we had a few discussions and tried to find the best way. And eventually, I suggested a method to shorten the practice time of the day instead of the increasing number of the day off. And the reason why I was careful about this decision was because I wanted to make choice to everyone can agree as much as possible. It is not easy, but it is important to make a good team as a leader. The second point is to communicate with each members. Of course, each member has different personalities. So some members can actively express their opinions or ideas. However, some members are not good to it, even if they have their opinions or ideas. In other words, you have to pay attention to people who are reluctant and unsociable. And I have an episode that I learned about it. When I was a junior high school student, there was a boy, and he never interacted with team members and was always alone during the break time. So at first, some boy teammates tried to communicate with him, but he refused. However, I wanted to change the situation, so I tried to communicate with him as often as possible. At first, he didn't like talking with me, but gradually he opened his heart to me. And at the same time, he began to communicate with team members. It made me very happy, and I learned that it is essential to communicate not only some members, but also all team members as a leader. The third point is to keep in mind that you have to always try to be a good model for your team members. If you make a energetic and active team, you have to always try to be a positive and bright leaders. In other words, the mood of the team can be better or worse depending on the leaders. And in fact, I admire the senior girl who was a former leader before I was a leader. She was always bright and positive. So the mood of the team was very good and very bright. It means that the leaders had very big impact on team members. So it is important to try to be a good model for your team members. In conclusion, I talked about 3 points which are important to be a good leader. And I think those experiences have made me grow. And in the future, if I will be a leader, I will make use of what I learned from those experiences. And leadership is very important skill. So I hope my presentation will be useful to you someday. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mizuki, for your speech. I really understand Mizuki's story because I experienced leader too. So in the future, I same as the play the leader's role. I want to try your opinion. Thank you. Next, could I ask for timer's report?
Yes, both speakers spoke within the time limits. Would you like to know the times for each speaker? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, Para. She spoke for 6 minutes and 5 seconds. And Mizuki, she spoke for 5 minutes and 40 seconds, well within the time limits.
Thank you, Taimarodoro Sensei. So next, I would like to invite Evaluator Meguri.
Okay, I speak. I was very worried about memorizing because she still didn't memorize yesterday perfectly. So I was very worried. In my experience, when I didn't have a confidence about memorizing, I'm in panic and I forget to look straight and gestures and so on. But she she speaks smoothly and clearly and looks straight. However, if you use more gestures and face emotion, your speech will be better, I think. And her speech is very impressive for me, and I know a little about her home, Nepal. So this opportunity is make us think a lot of. So thank you, Para, today. 以上。
Thank you, Meguri. Next, I would like to invite Evaluator Hidenori.
Okay. Her speech is very good, because she used gesture and her experience during practice and now. She used some points and so content is easy to understand. And the theme of this speech is something that everyone should know, and it is very important. Thank you.
Thank you, Hidenori. Next, Taimarodoro Sensei, could I ask for timer's report for evaluation speech?
Yes, thank you very much, Toastmaster. Miguri, she spoke for 1 minute and 20 seconds, and Hidenori spoke for 45 seconds. I think Hidenori could have spoken just a little bit longer, but did a good job.
Thank you. So I say time overall evaluation by the functionary. Thanks to everyone who played each role, we could go smoothly. This time I hear the different type of speech, so I'm very happy to hear that. So thank you, Para and Mizuki. That's all. Next, General Evaluator Hinako, could you give us meeting evaluations?
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Ayumi. First of all, I want to say thank you for Ayumi for running this Toastmaster meeting so smoothly. Also, Raduru Sensei, thank you for joining our mini Toastmaster meeting and playing a timer. I think we are a little bit nervous because this is our first time to have an honored guest, but everyone did a great job with responsibility. Even though we are small groups, it was a successful and admirable meeting. I hope that we were able to learn something beneficial to us from each other. Thank you.
Thank you, Hinako. I would like to back to President Margaret.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ayumi. Thank you, all functionaries. Yes, as Hinako said, the general evaluator Hinako said that this is our first time to have an honored guest, Ludlow Sensei. Thank you very much for joining us.
I'm honored to be the honored guest. Thank you.
And everything did go very smoothly, I thought. All of you prepared for your roles, and that's what made it really just go smoothly, I felt, because you prepared so hard. As far as the 2 prepared speeches, Para, your topic, it was a learning experience for all of us, for you to share about your past love in Nepal, and that story was very touching. And Mizuki, your story about leadership, being a leader and everything, those are important skills that we all should think about. And you gave us 3 good tips about how to become a leader for us. So thank you very much. Well, I look forward to our next Toastmasters next week, and today's meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much.